Hey everybody, in this video in the AWS Terraform series, we're going to continue on building our environment, which is an infrastructure account which contains the VPCs, transit gateway, all the subnets, the route tables, everything controlled in this one account, and we're going to share that out to another account. So that's going to be shared out to our prod account in this in what we're doing here, but we're building this all through Terraform, and that's where we're at the step where we're going to actually start the share. So let's do that. Let's create resource share, and I can tell you to do this. What you can see in, let's look at RAM. So here's the console way to do it. You would just create a resource share and then pick your shared resources. And what you do is you share out subnets. So these subnets are created right in here in this VPC in this account, and you can create those and share them out here. So let's go through the Terraform way to do this. So we're going to do a resource just like before, AWS RAM resource share, and there it is, third one, resource share, and we'll name this infra test 1. So that's what we're going to name it, simple. And the only thing we want to do, we want to give it a name, equals, and we will do $var.base name. We're going to use that base name again. It's come in handy. We don't have to keep changing it. Dash VPC subnets. So that's going to be the name in this account. So in the infrastructure account, this is what it's going to be named. And we also have an option. We're going to allow external principals, and we're going to say no. Now you could, we're not going to. So only principals in our account, in our organization, will be allowed to share this. So that's our resource share. Looks good. So the next step, we're going to associate our public subnet with our resource share. Alright, so to do that, we do another resource, and this one's going to be an AWS RAM resource association. There it's that second one down. And we'll name this RAM public RAM public subnets. Okay. And then we're going to go in here and we're going to do a for each. var.public prefix. So we're going to use that variable again. And the resource ARN is going to be the AWS subnet dot public subnet, and in there we're going to go each dot key, and it's going to be dot ARN. Each dot key, nope, dot ARN, stop it, dot ARN. Okay, and then the resource share we have to define, so that's going to be up there, that resource share, AWS underscore RAM, yep, there it is, resource share dot ARN, boom. All right, so that's going to be our RAM public subnets. So let's do this. This is all going to be pretty similar. We're going to do the other groups of subnets. So let's copy this. So copy. And I'll just paste it in there and paste it there. So this is going to be, the next one we do is going to be the private. Call this private app. Private app. And this one will be private data. Private data. Okay, so this is going to be RAM and I'll just put in, instead of public, we'll do private app, and instead of public here we'll do private data. Okay, so now we just have to fix this. So instead of public, we want to do private dash app subnet. I think that is right. Let's do it down here. Private dash data subnet. I think that is also correct. Okay, so I think that's all we need to do here. We have all three of those. Looks good. So we're associating it. And now what we want to do is we want to share it to another account. So this is where we actually share this out. So we've created it, we've created the resource, and now we want to share to another account. Alright, so let's do that. So this is going to be a resource again, and this is going to be an AWS RAM principal association. There it is, right there. And we'll just call it infra shared. Infra shared, that's fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And our principal, we have to define our principal, so that's going to be what we're sharing it to, and that's going to be var.account to share to. So if we go back to our variables, we defined account to share to, and that's going to be the 653. We got that from the AWS Management Console. We took a look at it. We saw that that's the correct account that we want to share. That's the prod account. So that's where we're going to share it. Let's go back to main. So we've got that. That's defined. And then the resource share ARN is the AWS RAM resource share infratest1, and then again .arn. All right. So that takes care of sharing it to the other account. So that's set up. That looks good. Let's run this and just make sure it gets shared into the other account. I think everything looks good. And then what we'll do is test some other things. Let's see if, did I save this recently? Control S. Let's go down to Terraform plan. Let's take a look. Okay, it's going to give me invalid syntax. Let's see what's going on. So it's giving me invalid syntax. So let's see, where is this? So 191, 191, 191, right here. Private app subnet. So public prefix. Oh, wait. All right, I forgot to change those. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Var dot, that should be private app prefix. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it told me that. Var dot private data prefix. So yeah, it's nice. That's why I like Terraform Plan. It just tells you what's wrong and how to fix it. All right, so 31 to add. So right now, of course, we don't have anything in here. If I go back to VPC, we do not have any other VPCs. I mean, we don't have the new VPC. We do have this control tower VPC. I mean, I can get rid of that. It is really not necessary. So, okay, let's just run Terraform apply auto approve, and let's see. So what we should see, and let me open up the AWS prod 1. So we're going to open up this other account. I'm going to close that. So this is the prod account. 4654. So this is the account where it should build, where it should share it out to. So if we go into VPCs right now, you're not going to see, you're only going to see the one. We're in Northern Virginia. Good. Control Tower VPC. Oh. Okay, so that error is interesting. I don't think we've enabled sharing in the AWS organization, so let's make sure we do that. So I'm going to minimize this one. And what we want to do is figure out what we have to do. I forget how to do that. Let's go into Chris Org. This is our organizational account. Nothing else is in here. Let's go into AWS Organizations. And I think there's a setting in here. Services, policies, settings. Let's see. Get started. AWS accounts. Yeah, I might need to Google this because I do not recall where this is. So let me pause for 1 second while I figure this out. Okay, so I think all I have to do is go into RAM, Resource Access Manager. Let's do this. RAM. I'm in the organizational account. I think that's where I need to be. And if I go to settings here, there I can enable sharing with AWS organizations. All right, so that was through my organizational account, my master account. Now let's see if that took care of the problem. So let's try this again. I don't know how long that would take to take effect. It may take a little bit of time. I don't know if that's going to work on this first shot, but we shall find out. Okay, So let's get back into so this is, let's see if this is my production account. Close that. 5390-4654. So this is my prod account. Over here is my infrastructure account, and you can see it built out this in the infrastructure account. Subnets are being built out. Perfect. So that's running. That's going. Over here, nothing's been shared out yet. Let's take a look at RAM. Let's modify that. There we go. So already you can see Chris org prod VPC subnets has been shared out to 7809. Am I in the right account then? So maybe I am not. Oh, that's the owner, not the share principals. So let's see if we can find that. Here are the subnets that are shared out. And the principals. So far, the principals have not been defined. So that's going to take a bit of time. Let's see if that's running. So we still have that running. Okay. Let's double check this. 4654. I think that should be in our variables. Account to share to 4290. So I don't think this cannot. It's not the right account. Okay, so let me go back in here. Let me take a look. Variables 4290. All right, I'm looking at that, and I don't think that's a real account. Okay, so I think I have. I don't know. I'm not sure where I got that from, but I don't think that's not one of my accounts. Let me double check this. Okay, Amazon Web Services, AWS accounts. Right, so that was definitely not right. So let's fix that. That's certainly interesting. And paste that in. Control S on that. Let's try that again. And this is the nice thing about Terraform. If you make a mistake, you fix it, and you let this thing do its thing. And there, it's done. So now, so the account was right. So let's do that again. AWS, let's go back into the prod. So I'm not sure where I got that from, but it wasn't right. So let's open that back up. So now here is the prod account. We're going to go to the VPCs. And what you're going to see here, now there's two VPCs, yeah, right. This is right. But what you see is the 10200, that's correct. No name, subnets, no names, they're all here, right? They're all there. And if we expand this, you can see the 10200, yep, that looks good. Route tables, all here, not named. So when you do share something into another account, it comes in without names. So that's fine. You have to rename them here. And that's a little bit annoying. But what you can do is with Terraform, and that's going to be our next step. And we're probably going to stop the video right here because I think we've probably gone past our time. You can see the owner ID though, the account that owns these it's the infrastructure account. And what we can do is just get rid of this. Well, we won't do that right now. All right, so I'm going to stop this video at this point. I'd like to thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please ask any questions you have. Let me know how I can help. I appreciate it. Thanks.